I've been in DSP for maybe, I think this year's going to be 3 years in November, like coming up now. Like, wow, time goes by fast when you're having fun. So they've had the outbound leads, and we got them now. You got the outbound leads and you got your inbound leads. And I was just thinking yesterday, like, wow, this is kind of cool because you get both. I had a lady call me yesterday morning and she was like, "Hey, I just did the thing with the Facebook and I just wanted to make sure it went through." I was like, "Are you serious, dude?" That's the responses I'm getting now. Because with outbound pre-qualified leads, you're getting people that call from like overseas, and sometimes the accent and things of that nature is not clear. So you're calling people that's you have to like, you have to, I don't know what to say, convince them or whatever, but you have to do work a little bit harder. With all the TTC leads I've been calling on, they know they did something on Facebook, especially if you're calling right away. And I'm a guy that in my schedule, in my system that I work, most of my day I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and so I think whether it's pre-qualified or whether it's TTC or inbound or whatever you're doing in life, if you want to be successful, the more time and energy and focus that you put into it, especially if you're new and you're starting something off. Like if you guys are new, definitely the last thing you should be looking for is the easy way out, or what's the newest secret thing and this and that so I can get an event. No, I'm at least me. That's why I never minded outbound calls. I know some folks like the convenience of inbounds, but I'm an outbound guy because I always kind of look for what's the hardest way. What's the way I'm gonna have to deal with the most pain to get the results? Because I don't know, it just relates with me. Maybe I go to the gym as well, so when I think about lifting weights and being in pain and stuff like that, and all my life, I don't know why I just took the hardest way to get the results, but I tend to be pretty happy with it. But yeah, like TTC for me is just it's the same as the other leads. So far this week I've only got 24. So I put in an order for 100. I'm looking forward to like receiving more per day because with 24 in 3 days, the numbers I can show you, they're relevant to my numbers in general. Like the contact ratio right now is 38%, so I've contacted 9 of them. But to make one sale out of 9, I'm right there like 10%. So my average is a little bit higher than I was on the pre-qualified. I was more like a 5-7% closer with the pre-qualifies. I'm at 10% right now. That's a little bit of numbers to like
Nice.
really give a solid thing. But I feel very, very, very comfortable and confident that as the leads start to pick up, because they use your picture. So I was like, maybe I need to change my picture. I'm not getting a lot of leads yet. I use somebody else's picture. I use your picture, right? I get a lot of leads.
You don't want to
But
scare them away now.
well, they got AI now. They make me look good or something. I can use an AI picture or something. But yeah, the numbers look good. I mean, and the the people have more intent. I would assume they have to go through this form. They have to click this button, next button, next button. And I've gotten 2 call-ins, and I sold one of the ladies who called in.
Awesome.
So yeah, yeah. I
So
mean,
you know the key is the contact rate, right? And I've noticed that with a lot of people. If you have a low contact rate, you got very little chance. You got very little presentations. The key is the contact rate. What you're doing to get the rascals on the phone, because once you get them on the phone, you're a closer, like a lot of other people here. But that's the key. You got to focus on that contact rate, right?
yeah. I mean, yeah. Contact rate, and I think these contact rates are going to be lower because these
Mhm.
folks are putting their stuff in online, so they're getting all kind of calls and everything like that. But that just means you dial. That's it. Just
Yeah.
dial. Just dial. That's it. I dial. I'm a dialer. The dialing doesn't hurt me. It doesn't. I'm in my office. I got my headset. I got 2, 3 screens, so I can be doing other things. And when somebody picks up, boom, let's go. But that's all. You just dial. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Like I'm not afraid of the work. I'm not afraid of the work at all because my why. Like that's another key thing in this business, in this industry is your why. Because not every day is an easy day. The good thing about the hard things is the hard things that we can control. They're in our control. The clients don't make it hard because we saying the same thing over and over every single day. We have the advantage with these clients. You're going to meet about 9 to 10 different personalities and they just repeat and repeat and repeat. So when I start hearing somebody talk like this and they're from that region or whatever, I know how to relate. Boom. The lady, I think you said Ashley Bryan, she's working TTC lead. She was on here the other day, the other week. One of the most key thing she said was the ability to be able to connect with people. That's really what we do. So when I'm talking to these folks, I'm always just trying to find a way to have fun, connect, laugh, be different. I'm not trying to sound like the average telesales person calling very straight and I mean, I'm professional, but I'm very like down to earth. Put it like that. And my clients can relate to it. They're like I'm like a breath of fresh air for them. And when I start that connection, they become a breath of fresh air for me because it starts to reciprocate. And I'm starting to learn things about them. And that's one of the biggest things that we do in this business is just the ability to connect. But the hard part, like dialing, they hung up on me, they not picking up. I used to do this face to face. So I've got bit by pit bulls. I was dealing
Right.
with snow. I was
In
knocking
New
on
York.
doors in New York City, climbing up 20 stairs and all that. I'm in Colombia, first of all. Comfort of my office. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, was there like, the things that are hard, we can control it, and that's ourselves. We can control ourselves. So that's your attitude. That's important. Yeah, that's a hard thing, right? Sometimes you're not in the mood. I'm not always in the mood to like, let's go, down, down. But the only way I'm going to get the results if I have that positive attitude. When they pick up on the phone, whatever I was dealing with before, I need to snap out of it and make the connection. Make the connection. Then everything else becomes easy.
Lisa Daniel asked, "What is your why, Shane?" And I can answer. Maybe I might be overstepping here, but I think your why, you're living it right now. You're in Bogota, Colombia, living the dream. This is why you're selling over the phone because you've got a great life, great quality of life there in Colombia. Is that right?
That's true. That's true. I had when I first started life insurance in New York, and that was about 10 years ago. I had an awesome manager, and he always said, Shane, it's bigger than the insurance, it's bigger than the sales, it's bigger than that. He always focused my mentality on the idea of freedom, financial freedom. And he at that point in time, he was flying the Dominican Republic. He has a house now he built in Africa. He was going to Thailand. He was just all over the place. And he was like, Shane, one day, man, if you can make US dollars and live in a third world country, you'll live like a king. I mean, where I'm at now, I have a maid that comes, she cooks for me, she cleans for me. I live in the best neighborhood of Bogota. Like, freedom. And but like I still have somewhere where I'm going. I still have this ultimate dream. So that's my why. That's why right now it's time to work. I've lived pretty good, but I'm still working every single day. People wonder why you working so hard. You got this, because I'm still, still got somewhere I'm going as far as financial freedom. And like, I have a daughter as well. So it costs to have to go back and forth. It costs to have to, it costs to give her a good life that I want her to have as well. But yeah, good
There you go,
question.
folks. That's his why. Those two things, daughter and the freedom of living in Colombia, overseas. How many states are you working right now with the TTC leads? Curious.
I have about 10, 11 states.
So you'll
10 or
probably
11.
get a bunch dumped at one time. They might even all deliver all 100 maybe in 2 or 3 days. It's a possibility.
That would be
So
great.
yeah, I
I
know,
could be on the
right? You ain't
board
got
with
to wait on
Jennifer.
them. Yeah.
I'll be there with Jennifer and Philip and all the other guys. I love to see in the leaderboard. It motivates me. I'm like, oof, I can do that too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You just need the leads in for sure.
That's it.
Anyone want
That's
to
it.
ask Shane anything while we've got him on, his presence on? Feel free to come off mute and ask him anything you want. Jen's got a lot to say here in chat. Hop off mute, Jen. Say hello to Shane.
Hey Shane, I called you yesterday, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was dialing.
I was
Sorry,
supposed
you
to,
know how it goes.
it's okay. I was supposed to get you on the weekend, but I'm sorry I got caught up and everything. But yeah, like, it's just so inspiring. Like Shane is definitely a dialer. I think it's so important. I was thinking that before you even said it. I was like, your why has to really be there. Like, I already shared that I'm in the midst of buying property in St. Martin, and that's like my big why right now. And that motivated me because folks, like October, I'm telling you, it's always like consistently been my worst month. I had no, I had no expectations that I'm going to like surpass 30K. I'm like, there's no way. Like if I do 20, 25, I'll be happy. But I had to push myself because I have a deadline. My deadline's March. I have to have like a certain amount of numbers. I have to bring in a certain amount of income. So push yourself. If you don't have a strong why, create one. create one. Financial freedom is another one, you know, making sure that we're securing our future. We're talking to folks day in and day out that are on a fixed income that, you know, they didn't plan to fail, they failed to plan. And we don't want to be like that. I'm not trying to down talk anybody. I mean, like, look, I feel bad. Genuinely, I feel so bad because some of my clients have made, or I have a client that used to make $400 a day in the trucking industry in the 80s, which is equivalent to like what, $1,000, $2,000 a day now. And there are times where his electricity's turned off. You think to yourself, why? Why would somebody like that have to live like this now? The reality is that they didn't invest in their financial future, into their retirement. We got to do that now, people. We got to set up SEP IRAs. We got to set up something that could provide a passive income to us. And that's where I'm going with this. I'm not going to buy a vacation home because, you know, I want to live a luxury life. I'm looking into my future. I want passive income. I want to look at something that's going to benefit me in the when I retire, I got something there. I'm not living on a $700 Social Security check.
It's interesting you say that, Jennifer. And me and Jennifer talk. Like me and Jennifer started about the same time. We're in the same generation of DSB agents. And Jennifer, the property I was telling you about is finished up next month. So I'll be able to rent it out or sell it or whatever here in Bogota. But that's the other thing about this. That's my other that's the other thing about this industry. You have to respect it. You know, if you come in here half ass or you like not giving it all you got, it's like you don't respect it because this industry can change your life. This is $1 billion industry. Like if you look at the biggest cities in the world, they're like insurance and health, and it's like and banks. But we're in that, like we're part of that equation. So like we could literally create whatever world that we want to create. So that's why I invested in a property here in Bogota so I can rent it out. That's why you did that in St. Martin, what you're doing, Jennifer.
Yeah.
I think you got something in Dominican Republic as well, right?
We got like a membership. I'm not a real big believer in memberships. It's like we're shareholders. It's not a timeshare. We're shareholders, which does bring in income. I gotta hire somebody to run that, but I want to something that's tangible. You know what I mean? Like real property, something that, you know, if I wanted to turn around and sell it and make a profit, you know, and or do something or rent it out, you know, like I have that. I'm planning on renting it out long term, but you know, like I said, like that's just my vision, you know.
The point is that we can do that with this, with what we have in our hands. We can create whatever we want to create.
But Shane,
but you have to give it all you got.
Undermine, right? Let's not undermine like how much work we put into it. Brian, what time was I texting you last night?
11
People,
p.m.
I worked till like 11 p.m. I was writing business with a client in California. I was exhausted. I mean, tired. Like my husband walked in, I put the guy on mute. I'm like, babe, I'm tired. He's like, you look it. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? What do you mean I look tired? What do I look like? I got hit by a truck or something? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, Jen, you look tired. I'm like, but it is what it is. By the time I was done, like there was no blood in my face. I was like pale. You know, I'm not saying that's an everyday thing, but if I'm on a hot streak and I'm gonna keep going.
Exactly. That's a key point. Like when you made this sale, that's when some folks want to relax. I just made a sale. No, that's like, oof, I need to get back. I need to go now because
exactly.
It's like you're in that zone, you know. It's like that Michael Jordan phase where you can't miss, you know. You get in that. So yeah.
Thursday nights are fun, especially with people like Jennifer, because you know, I enjoy it. I'll stay and I've worked all day, and I'm like her. Hey, it's a second shift now. I'm gonna wait on her to give me these numbers because I don't want to screw up on the coffee with the coaches. But you know, it's amazing what you all do. It's not just her; it's a lot of you here on this call that really puts in a lot of effort, inbounds and outbounds, and this is all about you guys. But we've got the road right here to build anything you want to build for sure, and go for the dreams. You just got to put in the work. That's it.
How bad do you want it?
Right. You're right. You can't half-ass do this, right? It will eat you up. It will eat you alive if you just.
That's true, right? Because then the chargebacks, the this, the that.
Right.
You got to do it all, or you don't even do it at all. Like you have to respect this industry. If not, this industry will kick you. You know, you're not going to survive. But if
not every day is a sale day, right, Shane? Not every day we get more no's.
It's not even about the sales.
It's about like the Shane get more no's than yeses, right?
Exactly. For me, it's about a system. It's about having a system. That's why I'm big on my numbers, because with my numbers, it lets me know, like, okay, you're going through a streak of no's now, but overall, just keep doing what you're doing, because what you're doing is proving to work, you know? So that keeps me sane, because I always want to be on the phone, like just chill and relax. I don't want to be on the phone like hungry and, oh my God, I got to pay my bills. I got to pay my rent. No, 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 no. I have to be relaxed so I can enjoy the process.
You guys have figured it out that you and I both know that majority of this job, 95% is right here. Mindset. If you don't have it here, you only need to start making calls or take call-ins, because you've got to get over the fact that this is part of the insurance business. You're going to have chargebacks. You're going to have death claims. You have people to hang up on you, cuss you out. You're going to have 20 no's in a row. But once you get past that, you know it's just activity and numbers, and it doesn't affect you the same as others that haven't experienced that or can deal with it yet. So it's just a process. It just takes experience. If you're newer here in this position, these things are going to happen. You just got to have a positive attitude every single day. The very next call you get off that terrible call, the very next call could be a $5,000 case for you. So you've got to keep your mind straight. It's so important. So important.
Kimberly Battle said, talk about that you get no's too. Oh, I get them.
A lot of them, right?
I get more no's than, and that's,
But
and then,
that's part of
sorry.
the industry. Not to cut you off, Shane, but here's the thing. I had a guy last night, called him up. I called him up late. It was an app request. I called him up late, and he said, I already got that taken care of. And he hung up, and I tried calling him back. Like, I don't just take no for an answer. So then he didn't respond to me. I mean, I called him back. He didn't respond. And I'm going to read verbatim what he sent me. I sent him a text message. I said to him, this is what I said. Hi, Jimmy. As a senior field underwriter, I was just checking to see if I could save you on costs, which I'm confident I can. Our $10,000 burial plans based on your age is locked in at $65 per month. That's whole life immediate coverage. Feel free to call me if you're looking to save on cost. I know being on a fixed income, every dime counts. Have a pleasant evening. He said, I will be in touch. And then he said, okay, I'm sorry for my rudeness. Had a rough day. How about a call around 11 o'clock tomorrow? So that's something that I could have just moved on and just forgot about it, and there goes another sale not made, or I could have pursued it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to hurt to just try one more time. Dial one more time. If somebody hangs up on you, dial one more time and see what happens. You know, unless they tell you to F off, you know, you should just try working that lead.
You got to. You got to.
That's awesome. Some agents would have given up and filed it away.
I'll even call them back if they tell me fuck off. Sorry.
I love it. I
There you
love
go,
it.
Lisa.
Yeah, like, you know, some people, they're like, oh, I made 6 sales. I'm good. Who cares? You know, next. But I'm like, no, you know, like the guy didn't give me a chance. I'm going to text him. He responds good. And he was apologetic. He was really sweet. And we got an 11 o'clock. I'm sure I could turn that guy around. That's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Not only, you know, like, are we trained by the best, but also you got to think about it. We have the best carriers in the industry. You know what I mean? We have carriers that are price busters. We have carriers that are, you know, that have niches like Royal Neighbors of America with neuropathy that are going to give them immediate coverage. We have Sika that 99% of the agents do not offer that. Trinity Life Family Benefit, they don't offer that. So we got a lot of carriers out there that other agents just simply do not have. And you can get somebody to turn around and replace it.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Shane, any words of wisdom you want to leave? We're coming up a minute before, and get everyone to hop into call-ins, man.
Well, just the, like, my last point is, like, once you have something that works, like, don't forget these things. Like Jennifer's saying, call back if they hang up on you. You know, whatever, like that system, like everything that you learn here, like, make sure you develop that system and then just do it over and over and over. Like, another one is Miss, the young lady, what's her name? Brian? Her name is Brian, or
Ashley Bryant.
Ashley Bryant. Okay. She even mentioned always ask for referrals. Always. Every call, every time. Somebody
Amen.
could say F me. And at the end, F you, I don't want no insurance. Stop freaking calling me. Okay, Mr. Johnson, I understand you don't want any cover. Do you know anybody else who needs some? Every single body. And then once you have these habits, do them over and over and over. Don't
It's
leave them out.
automatic.
That's my point. Yeah, don't leave them out. Create this system that once I start my day, I don't have to think. It's just boom, boom, boom. That's the key. And then once you do that, the results are going to just be like automatic as well. If your actions are automatic, your results are going to be automatic. This way you can plan your life. You can pay, I can do this and do that and set up these type of things because I know my results because I know my actions. And they're both they're related, they're connected.
Awesome. Awesome. I got to go ahead and end it, folks. Shane, appreciate you being here. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Lisa, all the comments. And stay safe down there, brother. I'm sorry I couldn't see you this time. I had to come back here due to health reasons, but I was close, man.
I'll be here when you get back, man. I love Colombia. Anybody else want to come to? Hey, I got a place you can stay now. Come to Colombia and we'll have a blast.
Shane, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
You're awesome too, Jenny.
Let's challenge each
Coach
other
Brian.
today. Hat trick today. What do you say, Jen?
Sounds good. Yes,
Hat-trick
have a
and
great
grand
weekend.
slam.
I'm gonna try my best.
Great job, everyone. Great job. Great call.
Yesterday. Take care.
Y'all take care, everybody. See you in Agent Chat.
Have a good weekend, Coach. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jen.